Hello my friends and welcome to today's pick a card reading. Now this is a pick a card reading about where and how you can find the support that you need. Where and how you can find the support that you need. Now I've picked 3 decks, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1 is the Star Spinners Tarot. Pile 2 is the Art of Adventure Tarot. And pile 3 is the Zombie Tarot. Now, I'll just let you know a little bit about why I chose these decks. Pile 1, this deck, the Star Spinners Tarot, is based on fairy tales. Fairy tales are usually like tragic stories, aren't they? So it's about usually the protagonist overcoming some kind of adversity in order to get through things. So I thought that was perfect in respect of the question. For the Art of Adventure Tarot, we need to go on adventures. Odysseus and this whole idea of the Odyssey and going on this journey and gaining these experiences is very integral to us being able to find out where our true support lies, how we can discover it within ourselves, and how we can also discover it in the friends that we have around us. Places and people that you think that you didn't have it in before, they arrive in a different form. So it was just an interesting choice. I thought that was cool. And then pile 3, I just love this tarot. The Zombie Tarot is one of my faves, but I don't use it because I feel like it's a bit too macabre for some of you. But I might use it more in future. I kind of get it out on special occasions. Probably will get it on Halloween and stuff. Or Samhain, whichever one you want to call it. But with the respect of this reading, the Zombie Tarot is about surviving an apocalypse. Each card tells you about how to survive from becoming a zombie or surviving zombies. And that's a pretty big thing to overcome. So how do they find the support, the help that they need? And you've got like little things in there that like everybody's trying to find help in there. So I thought it was really apt, regardless of the actual content, and it is a great deck. So just be aware that if you do pick pile 3, it is quite macabre. There's body parts and stuff like that in it. But it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love it. If I was to pick 3, I'd probably pick that one. But anyway, so no bias there. I hope you enjoy this reading. Please do pause it and have a look at what kind of floats your boat. And then the reading will be down below in the timestamps. So just remember, the question is, where and how can you find the support that you need? Where and how can you find the support that you need? Take care, my lovelies, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Well, hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. This is where and how you can find the support that you need. So let's begin. I'm just going to give these a shuffle now. Fairy tales, they usually have this tale of this thing about a protagonist who is not at a detriment, or they were in a space of happiness. They may not have been in a space of happiness. There is some kind of element of a tragic tale, something that's been unfair, something that's not been it's not fair. There's a sense of unfairness that I'm getting. Also something that stemmed from young, possibly childhood. Possibly something where you haven't felt support for a long time, or it's been difficult for you to get support. I did say in the beginning that I would have probably picked the Zombie Tarot, but to be honest with you, I resonate with all of them in the respect of having that time where you feel that you're alone when you're a child. And I don't know if you ever felt that when you were young and reading about fairy tales and ever thinking that was you, that you were that person, you were that character. So maybe have a little think about the tales, the fairy tales that you're attracted to, and what you resonate with, because that's going to be really important for you to consider in you being able to find the support that you need. Now, what I'm going to do is I just thought I would shuffle and talk about that for a little bit, but I will start with the archetype cards because First of all, I want to see what your situation is. So, yeah, I will pull an archetype card and then I will do some tarot. Okay, dear Spirit, what messages would you like to give? Where can you find the support that you need? Where can pile one find, and how can they find the support that they need? How and where can pile one find the support that they need? How and where can pile one find the support that they need? How and... Okay. I'm just going to take that top one because we've got a few. Okay, we've got 2 here. I'm not going to look at the others. Right, okay, so we've got addict and martyr. Self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice is something that's quite common within fairy tales. So addict helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attributes compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Now, depending on what your belief system is, but within shamanism, we believe that addictive behaviors are things that are not yours. They're not yours. They're actually things that they're like, you could say that they're holes, but actually it's believed that in shamanism, it's not just that, it's what's inside the holes that's craving this. And there's nothing to be afraid of. It's something that we all have. It's something that we all embody. Everybody, as my teacher said, we are all doilies. And doilies are those like lace kind of things where you put they used to be like coasters, I think, for things. And you'd have like a little lace doily with like a vase and a bowl of flowers or whatever. But we are all like doilies. We've all got holes in us where trauma has affected us. And inside those holes, things from other dimensions may come in and reside. That may be difficult for some of you to understand. That also may be quite triggering because you're thinking, oh my God, but this is normal. This is like having, if you imagine that you're teeming with bacteria right now. There is thousands of bacteria living on you right now, inside of you, everywhere. So, it's the same. And these are the things that make you behave in the way that you do. I mean, there was also this thing about this, there's this particular bacteria that makes that, I don't know, if you check it out, there's an actual like zombie bacteria that actually causes animals to behave in a certain way so that they will eat this particular fruit and it will feed it to the bacteria that's residing within the animal, because the animal can't, and because the bacteria itself can't break down the fruit. It only knows it can do it through this animal, so it makes the animal eat it or something. I don't know, I can't remember. I think it's to do with flamingos. I can't remember, but I did read some kind of paper on it. So this is the whole thing about addicts. Maybe there's an addiction to something that's causing you to push away. And it's interesting how we've got these two figures that are kind of like this almost superpower self-sacrificing. This is what I'm getting. Some of you may be addicted to stuff that makes you powerful. It could be exercise, could be, a particular class A drug. Particularly like amphetamines or any kind of something that's going to increase your power. So it doesn't actually have to be class A, it could be prescription or something, but anything that makes you powerful. Do you know what I mean? So it could be a behavior, it could be a drug, anything, but it's something that makes you powerful. It's something that you believe makes you powerful. And then the martyr, like this sense of learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself over a cause, and shadow attribute is addiction to self-pity. So maybe that's the addiction. Maybe it's like you might like the idea that everybody thinks that you take one for the team or that you take it for the world. Maybe. Which definitely is resonant within the fairy tales as well. Okay. Interesting start. Let me just see where that lies on the camera. Fabulous. Okay, right, we've got that there. Okay, so next I want to go over some astrology. Dear Spirit, how can pile 1 find the support that they need? How and where can pile 1 find the support that they need? Thank you, Spirit. 4th house. 4th house. And it was reversed. Yeah, this is to do with childhood. Look at those pinks. And look, pink is very much the colour. It's something to do with the higher heart chakra. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some issues with relationships with others. Also, there may be a loss of not being able to find out like where home is. Maybe the actual like ability to create a home might be something. How can pile 1 find the support that they need? Well, first of all, I'm feeling like there wasn't a support. The support wasn't there, which is why this addictive behavior is occurring. And it's almost like, you know, you feel that if you give yourself, then somebody will give to you. But it's almost like there is an inability to be able to receive, because it's almost like you weren't able to receive, or that you didn't believe that you were deserving enough to receive. Heavy. Okay, let's get some animal. Dear Spirit, can we please have some animal advice? The hyena. You were made out to feel like you were worse than you actually were. The hyena is a very valuable animal, and it works both ways. Like it both works in the day and in the night. It is a scavenger, but it is still an animal, and a very intelligent one at that. And they hunt in packs. And I feel like there hasn't been this sense of pack there. This sense of community. The defensiveness is very much up. Cancer is the 4th house. So I'm just, you know, Cancerians, it can be very, very defensive of your home and who you are. Almost to an effect that you sacrifice yourself so much for it. Yeah, I'm just getting some really hard pain here. Pain of not belonging. Not belonging to a home, to a group, to people. This is why this is happening. It's almost like you're overgiving. There's an overcompensation I'm sensing. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, dear Spirit, where and how can pile 1 find the support that they need? How and sorry if you hear some noises outside. Okay, I want to do it like this, I think. Yeah. Okay. The Chariot, the 6 of Coins, the 8 of Wands, the Hierophant reversed, the 9 of Wands reversed, the moon. Too many. Thank you. The Seven of Cups, the Hanged Man reversed. Well, from what I can see, actually, pile one, you are already on that path to healing yourself. It's almost like you're aware of this. Maybe you're already on this journey and you've come to this reading, but it's almost like you're aware that you need to get support in somewhere else. Like where you believe that you could get support, you can't get it. I think you thought that you could get it from home. And what's interesting, I don't see any like, yeah, if you, hold on. Oh God, okay, right, I get it. So yeah, I think you really wanted the support from home. You really wanted that, but it's actually made you go off in a completely different direction. And how interesting. Look at these 3 cards. Push that way. And then you look at this, push that way. And this Chariot, as I said, it makes me feel a little bit like he's driving with his loins. So this says to me that there's a drive with the sexual. So you may be highly creative, but there's also like maybe you could be sleeping around quite a lot to get like that love. That could be happening as well. To remember something that you once had. Because, I don't know, pile one, I just get the feeling that you had there were just small, simple pleasures. And look at this tail. This is like, I don't know if it's Cinderella or something, but she's a poor girl that's with her broomstick, and it's almost like she's really happy for what she's got. And then there's just these little strawberries here and these little 6s. It's almost like being grateful. I think it was a tale called The Little Princess, and it was about a very rich girl, but then she was sent to a boarding school and she was treated like awfully. She wasn't allowed to have contact with her riches. The school was keeping the riches for themselves until her father came back and kind of rescued her. But yeah, it's almost like there's a yearning for something so small, but actually there was such a big deficit in the level of care that you deserved. I definitely see this as home, 4th house, and with it being reversed, I just feel like you didn't get what you wanted. Also, you just didn't get the love that you needed. That beauty. I see this as like broken. I see this as something smashed. So it's almost like, I don't know, I just see like this child that gets blamed for everything. And because they may be a bit cheeky, they may be a little bit, it's almost like, that neglected kind of child that ends up turning towards crime because all they're doing is looking for love. I don't know if you resonate with that at all, but that's what I'm sensing. Because as I said, the hyena is a very intelligent animal, and you have half and half here, which says to me that there's either one of 2 ways that this can go, because that intelligence needs to be nurtured, and when it's not, it can turn into something quite self-abusive. I also sense that you feel like you're making efforts to change constantly, and it may not be being recognized. It's almost like you've gone in there like proper, you've dived in there and you've done everything you can to try and sort things out, and it hasn't worked. And the pushback against you, but against people not believing in you, or just giving you a little thing and you being so grateful for it, it really hurts me actually, pile one. I'm so sorry for you, because I just think you're so brilliant, you're so beautiful, Yeah, it's kind of made you think that you've got to do things a completely different way that is not anything to do with yourself. Like, it's nothing to do with your roots even. Sorry, not with yourself. Yourself is actually what you're remaining true to, but it's more to do with you going against the grain and understanding that that's where the key lies. There may have been a tendency. I feel like this is like super over defensiveness. I feel like it's like it's almost so triggering, this situation, that it's very difficult for you to go back to this space where you expect that there is help. You really believe that there was help in this space, but and I'm going to be honest with you. What I see, as I said, like I see like a child that's been shunned, somebody who wasn't accepted as a child, or was taught that what they get, they should be grateful for, and that's it. You know, that's it. But it was so starved. It was so like it's massive. This hole is massive because you've got these two, the martyr and the addict, with this massive sense of overcompensation, and also with this force going towards the future. It's almost like there was also maybe pressure of trying to achieve a certain state, but then being neglected. So, for example, being encouraged to study really super hard at school, but then like not being accommodated for in the respect of your emotional needs. So they maybe didn't want to go out and play with you, your parents, or you didn't get that chance to go out and play. You know, you had to be studying all the time. But you know what the beautiful thing is about this is that, I don't know, I just get the really strong notion that you are working through this. You're already like getting your act together in the respect of this. You do still hold some dreams. You do still hold some hope that things can be worked out, things can be better. I don't know. Like in the respect of your past and where you're believing that you can find this support. If you believe still that you can find support from the same place where you've been wishing it for, I don't know about that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I was thinking, no, I don't know. It could happen, it could. The moon is upright. Maybe in your transformation, you will inspire those that you wish to seek the support that you want from them. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. The Hanged Man reversed is about you taking action. You know, I feel like you've been in a sense of contemplation. I don't know, group one, if you're one of these groups that like, if you're one of these people that have done a lot of like introspection, because it feels like you have, it feels like you've done a lot of introspection, a lot of like maybe meditation or spiritual work or whatever it is, maybe it's shadow work, whatever you've done to try and heal yourself. And now you're going back to the very problem where it originated from in order to get this support. I think you're realizing that this is, you know, I think you're going back there and realizing that this is not where you're going to get it from. This is probably why you're here. We do have the Hanged Man reversed and the Hierophant reversed. Two quite, you know, I wouldn't say stable, but they're in a place and they're in a particular position, and they're both upside down. So there's a very different perspective that you are taking on your life in order to move forward, and that's brilliant because you're really you're healing yourself. You're really healing yourself because you've got the Three of Swords here, and yeah, look at that Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think it definitely could have been like some kind of mother issue, and if it wasn't a mother issue, then it might have been a grandmother issue. Somebody that maybe might not have allowed you to communicate what you wanted to. And you might not still be able to communicate. You know, you still might have to bite your tongue. And I think that's about you being able to work through that. So anyway, that's your situation. Right. So now, how can pile one find the support that they need? So the support that you need here to me is you want to find that sense of validation, people who validate you, people who really appreciate who you are, who are able to take you away from this being an addict and being a martyr. They don't give you space to do that anymore. And you're opening to it. You are opening to it because you're on this healing journey. Pain. Oh, God. Okay. If you're going through hell, keep going. That's a thing by Winston Churchill. That's a quote from Winston Churchill. Pain is temporary. It's never permanent. Nothing is permanent. And there is a lot of deep-rooted pain here. And I think, taking your time to make that, to allow that is going to be good. That's my own personal opinion. Let's see what the cards have to say. Reunion of souls. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Okay, right. So this is about you finding your tribe. This is about you finding the people that you're meant to be with. And you will find them in connecting with your higher self and also communicating your truth. So working with the top chakra, Sahasrara, and also your throat chakra, Vishuddhi. So really aligning with your purpose and who you are and who you truly are. Which, look, we've got so much pink and purple, which is really interesting, and it's this violet. It's like purpley violet. So that's the crown chakra. That's high spirituality, and how this is beautifully mixed in together with this beautiful light blue. It's just showing that this is about you communicating it, and it's about you speaking, and when you speak, that is how your pain goes. You have to communicate yourself so that the pain starts to dissipate, because the pain is very raw. It's almost like when you revisit the memory, the actual thing is not healed, so it's like the wound is still open, I feel. So I think it's important that you need to exercise it, as in like you exercise a demon. And interesting how I said at the beginning about, like, in shamanism, these are about things that reside within us. So what we have to do is we have to get it out. You have to get it out. You really do. If you exercise is really good, but I'm telling you, exercise in groups. I'm seeing something where you need to get out and meet people and be communicating your truth with others. I don't see this as you doing this alone. Because you need to find a tribe. You need to find people that are on your wavelength, people who are going to support you, because that's going to be really important for this. Oh my gosh, look, see? Evocation. So this is about you calling in your tribe, calling in who it is that you really want to be around you, calling away and exercising the demons that are within you. Because, when we talk about that thing, it's very like, oh yeah, we exercise our demons. It quite literally is that. This is what they are. They feed on our fear, on our insecurity, on the things that are, kind of eating away at us. And we are just nothing but hosts to these things. And then we have our true selves. And that's where you want to head towards. That's where you want to go. And this is what it is. Look, we've got an addict, which is red, and martyr, which is the higher level heart chakra. So there's something to do with Muladhara, your base, your basic needs, which need to be addressed. And also the idea of your heart and how you connect with others. Are you overcompensating? But you've got this is the thing, the pain is almost like your gateway to the transcendent kind of self. It's the key. The pain is almost the key to unlocking your support being able to express your pain, being able to allow yourself to feel the pain. And that isn't, I'm not talking about you getting lost in it and being like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. And this is so, it's not about reveling in it. It's about understanding where the pain has come from. And if you understand that it comes from this need of something that's happened with home. And I should actually take these out because, interesting. Did I shuffle them? No, I looked at that. How interesting. All right, I'll take these then. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I know I just said like about getting out and being with people, but there is like this, look, you've got the Hanged Man here and then you've also got the Hermit here. So that says to me that there's a sense of introspection that needs to go like, actually, don't seek things outside, let it happen. But also this sense of introspection, you know, just remember that you carry the light. Don't seek your answers in other people. That's what that says. Because the Queen of Wands, that's very much a supreme manifester of, and again, I love this Queen of Wands because she looks really sad. She doesn't look really sad, but she doesn't look very happy. She doesn't look like she's the happiest Queen of Wands, like, you know, smiling. She looks like she has all of this stuff, but yet she's looking down and she's like, you know, and it's almost like the lion is comforting her. Your strength of your resilience of your pain will be the biggest support to you, Pile 1. Because you know you can get on and do things on your own, but also you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be. But it is very important for you to be. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's a very, very interesting paradox, but in the respect of, you know, you can go and you can meditate in a hole for like, you know, years and years and years or whatever, or decades. But if you can't integrate yourself into society, then there is no point to it, because the idea of doing that spiritual sense of practice is about you being able to serve others, to integrate others. This is my opinion in terms of being a human being. So that's what this is about. And she's a queen. A queen rules people. It's about you being able to give back. But it feels like here it's too much. So you will find your support that you need in your strength. In your strength. Rather than let the pain overtake. Because I see it's almost like it's overtaking it here. Okay, I've got 2 more cards to pull. I'm going to have a look at like somebody that's going to help you. But before that, I'm going to use this new oracle that was gifted to me by Samantha Treasure Valentine. She's so amazing. And yeah, let's have a little look at what the 2-penny oracle has to say. Okay, olfaction. I'll just take the top card. Sleuthing, nosiness, and nose blindness. Olfaction. I don't know what that means. I do, but I don't. Let me double check and let me see how it ties into the reading. Oh, you've got another one as well. Okay. And then we've got inhabitiveness, nidification, reclusiveness, and nomadism. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me just double check on what those mean. I think I know, but I want to clarify. So, my friends, olfaction is to do with, you know, it's got this bear that basically is, their sense of smell is 2,000 times more acute than the human sense of smell. And then you've also got number 4, which is inhabitiveness, which is about either the ability to be able to commit or not. And it's interesting how we have the Hanged Man and then we have the Hermit. Hanged Man reversed, yeah? So it's almost like, we don't have any, I don't have strong Libra energy here, but I can feel it. And there may be an inability to be able to commit, because there may be a fear about commitment. And I see that. I see that if you are scared about what's going on at home, or, you know, you've had that kind of trauma that's carried on, that pain that's carried on, almost if you commit to something, then that will cause you to feel even more pain. Because if there's a sense of trust that isn't there. And it's interesting how we have a bird here and a bird here. And this bird is like looking after a nest, but then this bird is here and then this one's flying away. It's like a butterfly, so it's almost ephemeral. So you've got these two factors. So how do you find the support that you need? Part one. First and foremost, believe that you can find the support that you need. Believe it. Believe it. But there also has to be a decisive action that's taken, and you being able to root, and you being able to believe that you can trust other people. Because I think that's what I don't get here. And sometimes there's an ability to trust people that don't deserve it. So you end up getting involved with the wrong kind of people, which ends up in this cycle of pain. That's what I see here, part one. I'm just thinking if I have any more for you. Your pain is your power, part one. Your pain is your power. Transcend it. Don't sink into it. Don't let it overtake you. Let it support you. Let it be the ground underneath you in order to spring up from. But you have to believe that in order for you to, you know, it's not a badge of honor. It is it's something that you build your life upon in order to make something different. Yeah, it's not a badge, okay? And it's not something that you want to feed constantly. It's something that you want to gently fill up. You know, do the healing that you need to, because that sensitivity is just a little bit too much. You know, do what you need to fill up the hole, to make it beautiful and smooth, and then rise up to your power and believe that you can, because you are doing it, part one. You are. I hope you enjoyed this reading, part one. It was an intense reading, but I think there were some important messages here. Thank you so much. And if you did like this video, please do like it, and please do subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care, my beautiful ones. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Art of Adventure Tarot, and here we are finding where and how can you find the support that you need. So I get an initial sense of escapism here. There's some liking to get away from things, almost that you know. Yeah, going away, trying to find yourself is going to be an opportunity to be able to find some support. I don't know, there's a sense of discovering oneself. Yeah, self-discovery that's coming through, but it's almost like I still don't feel like you found it, even though you may have gone around the world. You may have been continuously looking for something. Yes. Yeah, you may have been continually looking for something, traveling from different countries to countries, seeing what they're all like, being that person that likes to be on the move continuously. I get a nomadic feel from you, but I also get, even if you are committed and you are in a place, there is something that within you, your heart yearns for being free, that enables you to be, that will help you to alleviate your mind, alleviate your worries. Traveling is good for you in moderation. But once you find out where your home is really within your heart, then maybe that sense of you having to go to get away from something or to find something will go. And you can just enjoy having that kind of nomadic kind of lifestyle. That's the kind of essence I'm getting from that beginning. Right, let's have a look at your archetypes. Dear Spirit, how and where can Pile 2 find the support that they need? How and where can Pile 2 find the support that they need? How and where can they find the support that they need? Rescuer and healer. There's very much about seeing things. You feel like you want to see the world. You see like I feel like there's something that you need to like, it's almost like the experience of things will help you to understand things completely. And I don't know if you necessarily are healers as such, Pile 2, but you do heal. You do heal people that you come into contact with. You heal them greatly. We'll just make sure this is recording. Yeah. Yeah, you heal people. You heal people amazingly. You may travel a lot on the sea and enjoy that. You may even be sailors. You may even do sailing. But here, look, rescuer, light attributes, provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Shadow attributes, assume the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Healer, light attributes, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. So there's expectation and failure to care for oneself. And what I'm getting here is also that you may be somebody that maybe is a bit of a joker. Maybe is somebody that likes to joke or maybe divert the attention from the pain that is on you and by healing other people. Yeah, there's almost like it's almost like a shift of focus. Yeah, let's see what your astrology is saying. The Spirit, how and when can Pile 2 find the support that they need? How and when can they find the support that they need? How and when can they find the support that they need? Wow. Pile 1 got the 4th house, which is the house of Cancer. So it's very interesting that we got 4th. This is to do with your home, but also to do, yeah. The saying that's coming to my head is home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. So it doesn't matter where your home is. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter who you're with. It just matters that you feel at home. Because I just get this sense of searching. And look at these like blues. And these greeny blues. So we're looking at third eye chakra, which is intuition and knowledge, particularly with Cancer as well. And the green, which is the heart, but it's that almost like a light green. So I feel like it's like in between the heart and the Vishuddhi chakra. It's the heart and the throat chakra. So there's a sense of that, and also this sense of immersion. So there may be this sense of you throwing yourself into certain things, of you completely becoming obsessed with certain things in order for you to feel like you're giving, to feel like you're of service, to feel like you're worthy, to feel like you're worth something. That's the sense I get, Pile 2. Okay. Dear Spirit, where can Pile 2 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can Pile 2 find the support that they need? Dear Okay, you got 2. Look at that. Starfish, another sea creature. And the scorpion, wow. Look at that. That's pretty insane, no? With 2 hard shells. Wow, it's very difficult for people to get to know you, pile 2. Very difficult. You almost shut them out, you know. Let's see if I can move that up a little bit so that we can see this card. Maybe I can pop that here. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. There we go. Right. So, wow. You are like, yeah, you're like, you're quite and look at this, like this kind of like soft, regenerative kind of crustacean, or not even crustacean. I don't know if it is. It would be classed as a crustacean, the starfish, but it's this. It's almost like you extend yourself. You believe that you'll bounce back. You believe that you will. Like it doesn't hurt you. There's almost a denial of help. So you've come to this reading clearly because you are seeking support, but there is a resistance towards support. There's almost like you're afraid to accept it. Almost like you don't deserve it. You can give it, but you can't take it. I get that impression. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, that was a good start. Okay, the Knight of Cups makes sense. Wow, the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Is that the 6 or the 7? No, that's the 9. Sorry. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. And the 7 of Wands. It's almost like you don't understand why you're alone or why you're on this journey on your own. But the reason why is because you're quite spiky. People find you quite intimidating, and also it's almost like you don't let them. You're so about other people and caring about other people that you don't let them in. Yeah, absolutely. But it's interesting how you don't understand. Actually, I do. So you being alone would be the same as you. You know, you're like, you give so much to others, so you're thinking, why is it that I'm on my own? Why? I'm a giving person. I heal people. I make sure everyone's all right. I do things for others. And you're a very caring person. Very caring. So much love to give. But you can hurt people. You can hurt people a lot. Look at those claws and look at that stinger. The Spirit, how can pile 2 and where can pile 2 find the support that they need? How and where can pile 2 find the support that they need? 5, 10. I don't know what's wrong with my Roman numerals today, sorry. 10 of Pentacles. You yearn for it. This is what you want. There also may be expectations on the lifestyle that you've had. So maybe because you've ended up like doing some traveling and finding out who you are, finding out that you do this thing. If you are healers and you are following some kind of alternative path, there may be like pressure to do that. But there also may be a yearning for that as well. When actually you're like the way that you are is quite nomadic. Okay, let's see. 9 to the 10. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like you want a family. Like you want stability and you want a family. You want it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There's parts of yourself that you have to let go of. It's almost like I don't know, I just see this like bounding off on the next excursion. And I see like almost like a lack of roots, a lack of like, I mean, we do have pentacles here, which almost says to me that you may have the money to do this. You may have the money to go and do this. You may be earning a lot of money from yourself being a healer, but there's something about the stability of family that is desired. And it may even be there, but I don't know if you feel like it's more of an image to me. This doesn't feel like it's yeah, it's an image. It doesn't feel real. And it's almost like your heart longs for the travel. Your heart longs for the challenge, because that is what really makes your heart alive. So maybe you are in a relationship where you've had to be in this dynamic of being, you know, a provider within a family unit, and you want to move beyond that. You want to be able to have it all. But I think, you know, for you to be able to find the support you need is about you accepting Let me just get one more. There's two more, actually. Two more, please, Spirit. Could you please help? How can Pile to find the support that they need? Oh, the Five of Wands again. Right, okay. Five of Wands. You want peace. You want peace. You just want peace. You almost find a peace when... You find a peace when you're on your own, but you also have this thing of where you want the family. It's almost like you're stuck in this space and you don't feel like you've got the support from your family, even though it may seem that it's there. And you actually gain more kind of like solace and enjoyment from your outdoor activities, from being this kind of nomadic kind of character. Because I get this. I get that there's a real yearning to go out and do your own thing, but there's something that's not allowing you to go for it, to give that love to yourself. It's almost like you're giving the love so much to others that you're unable to give it to yourself. One more, please. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, this is a massive realization for you. Excuse me. Interesting how I saw the snake here going over his head. You may be getting some kind of headaches. There may be things that are attacking you, like mind, thoughts. I don't know. I feel like this is some physical kind of ailment. So whatever this is, it might be manifesting as something physical. But I get this sense of overwhelmed feeling here with these two. But this is destined to happen. You have to get pushed to this point, because I think that this shell needs to crack. Something needs to crack. Something needs to break in order for you to move through it. Bottom of the deck energy is the Hierophant reversed. Of course it is, because you have to think of somewhere different. There's a running theme, actually, which I knew would kind of come up with the readings, is because, you know, there's a sense of you looking in the same place and expecting help and support to come from a place where it can't come from. And that's, I think, the most difficult thing to feel and think about and to realize and to understand most of all, I think. Because when you get over that sense of that the support is going to come from this particular place, and you're so sure it's going to come there, and because you've done it, you've shown that support in that respect. But that's not necessarily like what is going on. That's not necessarily like what's happening. It's not necessarily what can happen. You know, maybe some people can't give that sense of support that you can give. You know, not everybody is you. Dear Spirit, how can Pile 2 find the support that they need? How can Pile 2 find the support that they need? Yeah, you are. You have got anxiety. You have. It's very, I mean, I'm not just brushing everyone with this brush, but like I know of quite a few cancers that are big time worriers. They worry a lot. My communication's in Cancer as well. My Venus and my Mercury are in Cancer as well. So the way I love and also the way I communicate, I'm worried about whether or not what I say is the right thing. It may not seem that way in these readings, but I've decided to put that to the wayside. But I say everything with love, though, and I hope you realise this if you come to my readings. This is not about me accusing you or of anything. Take what resonates, take what resonates, take what resonates. Otherwise, you know, just leave it. It could be completely wrong. But otherwise, there's this sense of anxiety. Okay, so what advice do you have? Where can... Oh, what was that? Where can Pile... Oh, look at that. Anger. Reversed. Yeah, I would say, like, be careful of your brain, Pile 2. Be careful of, like, blood and the flow in your brain. Because, you know, anger increases blood pressure. I think you may have already got an indication about this already. You may be seeking some kind of treatment or something for it. I'm not sure. But yeah, this anxiety is like giving away to quite a lot of anger because you're stuck. I really feel that there's this, like there's a commitment here. And it's what's really interesting about this card here. I mean... Everybody looks happy here. Everybody looks happy. But what gets me is that the dogs are mechanical. They're not real. It's not real. There's a sense of something that is not true. It's not real for you. And that's what's causing this. So how do you find the support that you need? So how does Pile 2 find the support that they need? How does Pile 2 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, how does Pile 2 find the support that they need? Right, Wand, intention. It is reversed, but let's look at it upright. There's a sense of power. You know, I'll tell you that when I've guided certain people in or coached certain people in being able to look for the house of their dreams, they kind of say, oh yeah, I want this place and it's got to have this, blah, blah, blah. And like, I really appreciate that. But and then like literally months and months and months and months will go by and they haven't found their perfect house. Then I usually, and I've done this with several of my friends and clients, what I will say is write down all of the things that you want from a house, all of the things that you want, like be specific. And they're like, oh, no, it's okay, I've got it in my head. And I'm like, no, write it down and put it down and then email it to me. So they do. And I'm telling you, right, within 2 months or less, they find exactly what they want. And when I say to them, put down what you want, I say, do not spare, like, go for it. Just go for it. Like, if it's in a really ridiculous budget, if it's like, really big, and obviously there will be things that you could compromise on, 1 or 2 things on that list, but go for your dreams. And that is what this is about. It's about you believing that you can create your dreams and manifest them. I feel that you are in a partnership with someone, and if you are, get your partner to help you. Because I think you're believing that your partner is not wanting the same intentions as you are. That's why this came up this way. And it's almost like there's a belief that you may think that you might have to destroy your whole kind of like setup here. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it at all. What you have to do is imagine how your future is with everything in it. And that's how you can find the support that you need. You need to, again, like pile 1, but a very different context. It's about you believing that you can find that power, because I don't know if you believe that that support is there. And the support is only there, but the support, you can't see the support because of your particular like way of perspective, but it is because at the moment you've got like a lot of stuff clouding it, and it's about your intention. Like, if you come back to what your intention is, then that's going to really help you to realign and refocus. Because this is quartz crystal and a point. That is laser sharp focus. That is about you being able to hone in on exactly what you want. If you want to go on holiday and you want to take some time out alone, do it. Have a discussion, like talk to your partner, speak to your partner and say, look, this is what I want. Even if you've got kids, say this is something that I need and I need to do that. It could be something could be negotiated. Even the fact that you talk about the possibility or you just talk about it, that is something that will be ultimately healing. But I think you have to really consider your intentions. Because if you don't fully consider that, how can anybody know how they can support you? Yeah, I get that sense. Like, it's almost like that sense of like not being able to support you, because how does one support you? Because they don't know, because they feel like you've got everything sorted, or you're doing everything yourself, or you refuse to accept the help. So how can people help you, So you need to be open to it. You need to crack open that shell and allow people to help you. Receiving is almost just as difficult, if not more so. So yeah. Okay, right. I think, this will be the last deck. The Spirit. Where can Pile 2 find the support that they need? Causality, reason, illogic, irrationality. Okay, let me just double check what that is, because I'm not 100% with it. Bear with me, it's a new deck. Wow, Pile 2. Well, I would place this here because I think it's actually very, very synonymous with what's going on here. If you believe that being the rescuer and the healer is going to allow yourself, and you're in that position constantly, and you believe that you are going to be able to receive those things if you don't swap your roles, then I don't know, you're going to be like, it's not going to be very easy for you to receive help. And you need support. So you need to put yourself in a place where people can give you the support. That's what that is. That's exactly what it is. Because it's about you understanding what your actions and how your actions impact others. And that is what that's about. That's why I just get the sense that people are scared to come towards you. They are scared. They are really scared. And not only that, they see you as somebody who takes care of everything. But you don't. You don't want to. You don't want to continue doing that, because I get a sense of burnout here. There's almost like, there's a bit of burnout, and I'm really, I'm just interested in just taking care of your head and your health, Pile 2. You know, yeah, just take care of your blood pressure and your health, because there's an intensity here. And every cause has an effect. And what's really interesting, we have a bat which has a bowler hat. I love this. So cool. These cards are so cool. This is the two penny oracle. And yeah, it's a bat, which is individuality. It looks like a banker. So it's that intensity, providing, believing that it is, you know, that it's for the greater good. But really, sometimes the greater good can be very, can be detrimental to your own personal self. And the bat, it signifies change and asks that you pay attention to the signs around you. I'm just reading the book. This card represents our sense of reason, perception, and the causes of things, and the why and wherefore, the power of abstract thought, penetration, planning, originality. So illogic or irrationality might be coming into play when it's the other way around. So this is it. You need to learn how to accept the help that is around you. And intention. What is it that you want? What do you want exactly? Get clear about it. Get super clear. Super clear. If you want help, how do you want it? If you want help, get really clear about it. Write it down. Discuss it with people that are around you. And also look at what you can do to welcome that into your life. I hope that helped, pile 2. That was a really reading, but I think it helped. If it did, please do like this video. Otherwise, thank you for joining me with your beautiful energy. Please do subscribe for more videos. They're all timeless. Do check them out. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Zombie Tarot, which I'm really excited about using because I haven't used it for ages. And this is about where you can find the support you need. Where and how can you find the support that you need? Now, off the bat, let me just double check that this is recording. Yes, it is. Off the bat, the Tower and the Page of Swords. This is a cry for help. I'm feeling like a lot of you are desperate in this. If you've picked this part, I feel like there's a real need. You need to find out where you can get your support from. You need to find out where your support system is. You need to find out. Now, I've just eaten a load of sugar, so I don't know whether or not that's influencing like how I'm feeling right now. But there's a need. It's almost like life or death. Like you need to find the support. So I'm just getting like a sense of desperation here with this pile. It's like you've got to find the support because you need the support. You really need it. You're in a dire situation, and it feels like you have been able to cope to a certain extent. You've been able to deal with things to a certain extent, but now you really need it. You really need external forces. You need backup. You need extra things. There's a sense of like real urgency with this. I will just say at the beginning, please do remember that you can always talk to someone. You can call the Samaritans. That's in the UK. I don't know what the numbers are. But please do. There are people who you can call, helplines in order for you to talk to someone. So please don't feel that you're alone. You're not, okay? You really are not. I will place some numbers anyway in the bottom of the comment box. Not in the comment box, but in the subject box, so that you can, if you need them, you can have a look and call them. Okay, right, so that's the sense I'm getting from these cards and from all of you that have picked this pile. Let me get on with the reading. So first of all, I'm going to choose an archetype card. Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Dear Spirit, where can pile 3 find the support Nature, child, light attributes, friendships with animals, communication with nature, spirit, shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at some astrology. The spirit, how can pile 3 find the support that they need? Solar flares activate. A solar flare like really gives us a sense of like a burst of energy. But it also can be not just a burst of energy, but it can also be an increased sense, you know, a solar flare appears as the aurora borealis in the northern hemisphere. I can't remember what it's called in the southern hemisphere, but it causes like this ripple effect, and you know, heat will make things boil, make things warmer, make things rise. And I get a sense of this dark green being quite abundant, quite full. I do get a sense of like quite highly reactive. Something quite reactive, like just bursting open. Almost like the emotions don't tend to, like to retain the emotions, to keep the emotions, to keep them under a lid is quite difficult. Yeah. Let's have a look what the, okay. Wow, okay, peacock. Look at these colours. Do you know what I just felt? Petroleum. Petrol is that same colour as the peacock. Things that get emblaze. It's almost like you create something, but then I feel like there's quite a fiery personality that's coming here. Fiery. Something fiery. Something quite fiery here. Nature. Allowing things to be the way that they are. Believing that the way that they are is okay. Yeah, that's what I'm sensing. Pile 3. There's almost like a disregard of care for yourself and for others. Okay, let's see what's going on. Pile 3. How do you find the support you need? This spirit, how does pile 3 find the support that they need? The 4 of Hazards, which is the 4 of, I think that's swords. I think that's swords. That's reversed. I think that's swords. I'll find out in a minute. The King of Hazards. Well, I better find out what this is because there's a lot of hazards. Wow. Or it might be pentacles. I'm not sure. I will find out in a minute. Hold on. Let me find out now. So, no. It is... I think it might actually be pentacles. Yeah, it's pentacles. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Then we've also got the King of Pentacles, which is the King of Hazards. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then we have the 7 of Wands reversed. And then we have the Devil reversed. Wow. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups. Where... The 4 reversed. Where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Where can pile 3 find the support that they need? Okay, I'll take them. Ooh, Ooh, Three of Swords, reverse Judgment. Wow. Look at that Judgment. I love this deck so much. Right, okay, so Seven of Swords reversed. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. So, where can you find the support you need? This is the situation and the influences and also your current trajectory. So, at the moment, you've got quite a comfortable position in where you are, but there's a release. There's something that you want to release and you want to move away from. You've been very self-sufficient, exceptionally self-sufficient. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have built, you're very financially stable. You may have property. I just see that you are very, very stable. You've got your own thing. You've got your stuff. You maybe have a really good job or and I feel like it may be something to do, you may work with the environment. You may work with something that deals with animals or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe to do with, I don't know. I'm seeing like something that would do, I'm seeing something corporate, but I'm seeing something also to do with nature. So it might be to do with like charity work or something like that. But I am seeing something corporate in nature. But with this peacock energy, it's given me the idea that, there's this idea of being very proud of what you do and proud of what you have accomplished. But you've been feeling very alone. Look at this Nine of Cups. I mean, it's pretty articulate. Like, she's sitting in a hole, like in the middle, like now we don't know. Oh, look, she's dreaming. She's dreaming of this. That's what it was. I used to think that she was in a place and this was like the window, but actually this is what she's dreaming of. She's in this hole with this blanket and this whole load of weaponry and also the radio, and she's dreaming of paradise. So there's a wish. There is a desire. A real desire for a new start, something that is to start again, but there's a fear about starting again, a real fear. It's almost like you're too scared because you feel that even though you have achieved this stuff, you've achieved so much, and it's almost like you've gotten over things that may have distracted you. You feel like you've had like a really good stability. But look at this King of Hazards. Look at this King of Wands. And as I said, just be aware, this is quite a graphic thing. But look, he's chained to the chair. He's actually he's chained to the chair and there's hardly any of him left. So that says to me that, this is what this is doing to you. And I love this, right? Because you can see it's like this Four of Pentacles. It's just like not, there's other people trying to get in. And look, he's got all the food and everything and he's got guns and then he's just pretending not to see them. You're realizing that you're taking the warnings. You're understanding that your actions and who you are have an impact on the world around you. But you don't want to do this alone. The Seven of Wands reversed. Wow. That's like the torso of a body. That's really interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. It's almost like the skeletons in the closet, but it's like half the body that's there. That's really interesting. So it's almost like, you don't want any skeletons in your closet. You don't want to deal with any of that because you know that could be something that could come to haunt you later. In fact, you've given it all up because the devil is reversed here. You've decided to walk away from that, which is very synonymous with the corporate world. It's it's an interesting dark underbelly to the corporate world, So you've decided to walk away from that. If you're not in the corporate nature, you know of it. And it's something that you probably could have been really successful in. But I see that there is good financial stability here. But there's a wish to get away from it. There's a wish to connect to your emotions, to what you truly love. But there is a real fear about whether or not you're making the right decision, and whether or not you can do it, actually, more importantly, whether or not you can do it. So where can you find the support that you need? Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself that you can find it, because you've just as much created this, you've created this empire on your own, and you can do it again on your own. There's something that says to me that you don't believe that you could start again. But always remember, you never are starting again from the very beginning. You're starting from a place of experience of what you have already. And I think that that's really important. Judgment, it's come to a point where you are making the choice and you are taking the action. You are taking the action and you are answering the call. And it broke your heart to know that this is not where your heart is. This is not where you wanted to be. This is almost like where you believe that you wanted to be. But possibly you are a child of nature. You might be somebody that goes out and does stuff and goes on excursions on weekends. Maybe you've been finding out that you've been doing like a lot of like outdoor stuff when you're, in your corporate role or whatever. And you're finding that that's really taking your heart, and you want to do something that's more congruent with that value of you, giving back to nature, of you being more kind of loving and giving, and something that is congruent with your values as a human being, rather than something that's just about making money. So how do you find the support that you need? Have faith that you're going to be able to find it, because this is a process of healing. Have faith that you are, have faith. Because there was a lot of lying to yourself. There was a lot of avoidance around the situation, and now you've actually decided, look at that. There was an avoidant of it. You were like, I don't know if I really want to take this step on my own. I don't know if I really want to push myself forward in that respect when I've achieved quite a bit of success here. But you want to move in a different direction. That's about the support. Okay. Let's see, dear Spirit. Wow, that's amazing. Like, look, 3 of Swords is reversed and the Sadness card is reversed. So that says to me that you, even thinking about this for yourself, thinking about this is going to help you. Thinking about this new life, thinking about this, it's almost like it's been triggered by this solar flare. Yeah, and I don't know, I see you being somewhere warm. I think it's like good for you to go to like a hot place, somewhere that's warm, that's abundant, that's lush. You could even do some work in the jungle, I feel. Yeah. Feel that. Let's see what the Shamanic Oracle has to say. Okay, so we had past, present, and future. And we have the 3 birds on top of each other facing in different directions. And then you have this one here. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that you have to realize that your past does not dictate your future. And there's this sense of like stability, there's this sense of knowing, there's this sense of like, predictability that is something that really helps you, or has been one of the key components in you building the life that you have now. But in order to move forward with this sense of life, or this kind of next phase of your life, you have to embrace the fact that you won't know what's going to happen. And just as much as you're worried about things, the best could also happen. So in the respect of you believing that You know, that you will meet people, you will meet a group of friends, you won't be on your own, you'll be able to find another place to live. You know, I'm just getting this sense of security and knowing, and what you know is very, very comfortable for you right now. But you know that this isn't what you want to do, and you know, wanting to move that on to where you want to go on your own is very difficult. I hear that. But you have done it. You have been out on your own and you've done it. It just happens to be that there seems to be people around you, but you did it all by yourself. You did everything that you needed to. You did everything that you needed to. So, you know, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. But I believe that also you need to let go of the idea of of time. You just need to kind of get on and do it. And obviously acknowledge that time, you know, that what you did in your past is in your past, but that's not who you are now. And it's not who you're moving towards. And I think the differentiation between that and the kind of realization towards that will really help you in that respect to move forward. And this is all about baby steps, you know. This is not like, you know, you don't have to like run forward. This is all about baby steps and about how you move gently forward. You know, you don't have to rush into things. Let's see what blessings. Where would you find... Oh, you got two. Where would you find this, you know, this support? So patterns. Wow. And it's cleansing, but broomstick, and it was reversed. So it seems like there is some need for cleansing. Yeah. I don't know, I just got the sense of you clearing out your stuff. So if you were deciding to move to another country or something like that, or you were considering it, yeah, maybe moving out, maybe moving your stuff or getting rid of your stuff. I think it's, or you know, just clearing out things. That will really help you to get into that mode of wanting to take that next step. And also with the spider, with that weaving of the web, one thing I'm getting here with this is, and it says patterns, but what I'm getting more than the idea of a pattern is about the web and how the web can be built anywhere. You know, a spider gets to a place and it builds cobwebs anywhere, and then it stays there. Do you know what I mean? And a spider doesn't live in a web. It catches its food in a web. So it's about the idea of work. It's about how you get what you need to live. And this reiterates the thing that I said about you can do what you need to. You can manifest what you need to. You can achieve what you need to anywhere. You can do it. And I mean, you know, this is the thing. You can still follow the same pattern in another place. You can still do it. Because you already have the skills. You already have the things to kind of, you know, to work through it. What else am I thinking? Yeah. If you see spiders, they're very significant. They'll be very significant for you. They're very tenacious creatures. And they're very skillful creatures. Very, very skillful. Okay, so to close it out and wrap up the reading, we will pick one of these. Matrimony, monogamy, sacrifice, lovelornness. If you are not with someone, pile 3, there's a good chance in you making this decision and you will end up finding who you're supposed to be with. Yeah. because you're finally being true to yourself. It's almost like you've created this sense of stability, and now, you know, and I don't know, I don't see a lot of love here. Or maybe, you know, maybe you were in a relationship and it didn't work out, so you've really put everything towards making everything stable, towards being able to like make sure that you were financially stable, and also just stable within yourself, you know, working on yourself, doing your thing, making sure that you've got enough money. But now it's almost like there's like a real need to find out your true self, and the support that you need will almost open like a parachute for you, part 3, and it will blossom in such beautiful ways. Like, you know, look at these roses and these 2 cockatoos on this bike, and this, you know, it's very much like you will. I feel like once you take this jump, you're gonna find someone. I feel like there's a someone, and if you are already in a relationship, then I think that either the relationship is going to go to even a deeper level where you're going to understand each other so well that it's just going to, you know, get you even more closer together, or there's going to be a friend that's really going to help enrich your life in a way that's going to be so beautiful. Yeah, I definitely see that, part 3. Is there anything else? Beautiful reading. Beautiful reading despite the cards. I mean, I love these cards. But it's almost like I can see it now. You were desperate. You were really desperate. Because you feel like almost there's this entrapment that's going on. But you recognize it, and you're aware of it, and you're, you know, really insightful to understand these things. It's just it's just breaking out of habits and breaking out of patterns, and being able to understand that you can't get something different if you do the same thing. Do you know what I mean? You can't do the same thing and keep on wishing that you're getting something different and thinking, yeah, I really want this, but I keep on doing exactly the same thing as I'm doing, because it's not going to work. So it's about that shift in perspective, and also just going for it. I feel like you need to take a jump into the unknown, because there's this Fool here that's reversed, and I feel like there's this need to not let your past dictate your future. So my darlings, what a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really did. I think this was my favourite one. But otherwise, if you did like this video, please do like it. If you wish to subscribe, please do, because all the videos are timeless. But otherwise, I hope this helped. And yeah, I just wish you all the best, my darlings. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.